Now we go talk about typography and colors for CSS. Typography na the things wey we dey write, like the fonts and the font sizes. Colors, obviously, na the colors of the things really dey write. How if you take add colors to your elements for HTML using CSS. Now, plenty colors dey to use for CSS, and we get different ways to write these colors. The first and the most obvious way na to write the name of the colors, like red, blue, purple, and so on. But the problem na say so many colors dey this life wey you fit use, especially when you dey do design. And most of these colors no really get popular names like that. We need more specific ways to target the different shades of colors. Heavy color get different shades. They have so many different shades of blue, different shades of even black and white. So to be able to choose specific shades, we dey use hexadecimal codes and RGBs. You fit use RGB with opacity, you fit use RGB without opacity, you fit use HSL, wey be hue, saturation, and lightness, and HSL with opacity. Now, no need to cram all the hexadecimal codes for all your colors. No, 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 no. Firstly, if you dey design websites, you go get template wey you dey follow, website be UI UX designer go don tell you the specific colors wey you go use, and they go don tell you the hexadecimal codes. Or if you dey create am and you no get any template, your code editor and other tools dey wey be say you fit use select colors. They get color pickers, so you go just select the color and it go automatically give you the X code, the HSL code, and any other color code wey you need. So make I paste this HTML and CSS codes. In the HTML, you will see say we get the standard boilerplate and we use uploaded fonts. Now, to use uploaded fonts, you go places where they get custom fonts. Google na be the most common, and they get so many beautiful fonts for free. So you go link to your font using this code wey dey here. You could just change the link. You could all copy that link from Google or anywhere where you get your fonts, and then you go link to using this code for here. The font we dey use now na Roboto. Now, inside the main body of our code, we get two divs. This first div gets one H1 and paragraph. Then we get another div inside with two paragraphs. Now, each of our divs and paragraphs get their own classes so that we go fit style them specifically. Now, for our CSS file, we go set our font, main font family, to be Roboto, and then we go set sans serif as the backup. Then we go set the line height of our font to be 1.6 and the color to be this shade of black, will be the 333X code. Now, for the second class, the main title class, we go use the font size style. Now, this is what we go use to increase the size. I want make you pay attention to how they change size, particularly to the metrics where we dey use. To change size of elements for our CSS, no matter if my text or the box itself or the margin or padding or anything, we need to specify the units, which is the metric. We get different units, but the most common are the pixel, REM, M, and percentage. Pixels, my PX, na im we dey take dey provide absolute size. That is 1 pixel, 10 pixel, 20 pixels, any pictures really you choose will be the same size anywhere for your code, because pixels as a size no dey dependent on any other parent or child elements. To make you understand wetin I dey talk more, we go look at one unit wey no be absolute, wey be relative, and example na the M unit. This EM now, no be say e get any specific size on its own. It just dey talk say we want the size of this element to be the same size as our parent element. So now, if you get one parent element now, where the font size like 16 pixels, and that inside this element, you set another element to be 1M. What we dey top and say, I want make the size of this element will be 1M, be the size of the parent element will be 16 pixels. So N no fit work if you no get the size of your parent element, Usually, most parent elements, they come with default size. So if you use 1M, that means say they talk say, I want make the size of this element be the size of the parent, either the size when I set or the size will be the default size. So if you set up as 2M, it means saying you say, I want make it be 2 times the size of the parent element. Now, what I talk say, they the same everywhere for your code, like absolute units, like pixel. Let's say you get one div, we say the parent size na 16 pixels. 1M for there go be 16 pixels. But if you get another one, we say the parent like 18 pixels, then 1M for there will be 18 pixels. So EN, they change in different places for your code depending on wetin the size of the parent be. But pixels, px, that one no dey change. You did the same everywhere in your code because pixels na just the size of a pixel on your screen, which is standard and the same everywhere. Another one we get na REN. This REM na another relative size. REM na about the size of the root elements. The root element na the HTML element. Usually, the general size of the root element na 16 pixels as default for most browsers. So if you write one REN, you just dey write 16 pixels. But you fit change the size of your HTML by yourself. So let's say you get one code for your CSS where you use change the font size of your HTML. That means say anything wey you want rel go be the size of that one when you don't change to. Now, why it be relative unit to be that? Because if you change depending on wetin the size of your HTML be. Another relative unit will be get now the percentage. But this one just the talk say, I want make this new size be so percentage of the parent element. So let's say your parent element, the size na 16 pixels, and then you set one child element, that is one element with the inside the parent element. You set them to be 50%. That means say they say, okay, I want maybe 50% of 16 pixels, which is 8. If you set them to 25, it is set them to 25% of the parent element, which is 4. Now, other styles will we get for here. Now, the margin bottom style will we take the use to add space between this element and the next element. It just be like said, if you add margin to the left, you take the use of shift stamp inside. If you add margin to the bottom, you take the create space between the top element and the next element. Letter spacing. Now we take the use add space between the letters. For this one now, we actually want reduce the space. Now why we use negative. Another one we will get my text align. Text align with the user align our text with the user justify For instance, if you use text align as left, in which case you go push your text to the left. If you use them as right, in which case you will put them to the right side. And if you put them for center, using text align as center. If you use text align as justify, you go add even space between them so that the space on the right will be the same as the space on the left, and the space between the alphabets too could they even. Now, for the paragraph which the class highlighted, we want add background color. We go add yellow color to the background. The default style for background color now none. So all these other paragraphs and all these other elements, so you see, they don't get any color for their background because now the default be that. So if you want add background color, if you use this style. Now, one of the reasons why we they add background color, apart from to beautify our element, now because sometimes we go want see the full size of our elements, that is the full size of the box. I could explain box model for CSS next to you, but what you need now simply say all the elements where you see for your HTML file, everything a box. You just move you see the box because they not get background colors and borders by default. So now we don't set our background color for this one to be yellow, and then we go use adding of 1M. border radius of 4 pixels. Border radius, we dey use am specify how round the edges of our box will be. Again, I tell you say by default, all the elements like box, but you no fit see am. If you apply background color or any border, e go then show you the border of your box. Now, if you wan make the edges of that box dey round, you go use border radius. The higher your border radius, the more round your border go be. And eventually, if you give am the maximum, you fit use am turn your box into a circle. We go still do that one later. But for now, may we move on to font weight. We add our font weight as 500. We dey use font weight to determine how strong the text could be.